Hello, so I am almost done with the bridesmaids bouquet here. So I'm gonna make sure that you guys have seen what to do here, so that you know well how to do this. So I'm going to fold it again like this, glue on under over lots of hot glue here. And I think I went through several tubes of hot glue here. And just roll it around. I just did my nails today, and I already messed them up because of doing this. My aunt owes me a pedicure, a manicure. So as you do that, you just fold behind and twist, and keep lots of hot glue. Again, try not to burn yourself. See, I just did. It doesn't really hurt that much. I have it on low. If you have it on high, the hot glue kind of just pours out, which I don't really enjoy because it's a lot harder to control that way. So like I said, I normally put it on high just to heat up and then move it to low. One other thing to mention is these aren't always going to be similar on how you're making these, because this ribbon does not have much give in it. It's really like stiffer than the red one, but I couldn't find at that same company where I got the red one a double face silver. So you may have to go to multiple stores. And it's also kind of hard to tell how much, give each of these have too. You won't see this at the bottom there once you're finished. If it bothers you, you can take a lighter to get the frizz if it really bothers you. The only reason why it bothers me is because it keeps getting caught in the hot glue, which is driving me crazy. So the stiffer material, the roses come out looking a little bit different too. But it's fine. I'm really hoping you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Gotta say, it's not the most fun thing I've ever done in my life, but it is a labor of love. Here. Put it up maybe a little bit more. So when I'm flipping it back, I'm just doing that. excuse my messy table. And then this will probably just put a little bit on here. Oops. It's kind of difficult when it ends because it just kind of ends wherever it ends. And then again, I'm going to put some here. I just put some where I want to reinforce things. In the little holes. Oh, and this one opened up. And so you get so many glue strands on these. I have glue all over my nails. And then we're just going to finish it off here. Put the glue all around this. Hopefully it comes up from when I've done this before, but it is basically just a circle of felt I cut out with a slot in it. And I put it here at the bottom just to hold it. Never touch the tip of the hot glue. There's a tip. Because that's what gets really, really hot. These are the faux hydrangeas. And you are going to need that for the stem and stability of this. So what we are going to do is cut off these leaves. So just with your wire cutters, cut them off, both of them. Don't toss these because you're going to be using them again. So what I'm going to do next is, because I need this mobile, is I'm going to cut the stems. I'm just going to cut it here for now, just to make it more manageable, because these come on really, really long stems, and they're really kind of unmanageable to deal with. And if you kind of, you know, work it around, it'll come off. So now we have all of our roses. Present this. So this is one roll worth. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ribbon roses. And then I decided to do this, the green, the silver, and these are all like red. So all the poinsettias, and there's a candy cane. So all the brooches. Looks like this. And so this one isn't as big as the bride's one will be. And if you want to make this smaller, what you'll kind of do is just kind of bunch it up a little bit more. Or you let it really fluffy and loose, because they're both the same size. So what you're going to want to do is just play around with this. Put the roses where you want, having your hand kind of underneath holding the stems. Sorry about those barking dogs. They are kind of out of control. So you're just gonna kind of wanna do it until you have the look that you're going for. And this one, we're gonna show some of the green in it. It'll be okay. I kind of like one being in the middle like that. There we go. That actually looks pretty nice. And one more here. You can bend it whichever way if you kind of want to bend it. So it looks like this right now. This one I think we're gonna like bunch in a little bit, so it'll kind of be a little bit less elaborate. Unless I do have one other, but I think this will be fine. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see the other one. I think this is going to turn out really well though. So the other green one is actually a lot bigger. Looks like that. So I think maybe I will use this green one for my aunt's bouquet, and it'll just kind of look like greenery underneath the red. So that should work out pretty nicely. So I like it with one in the middle and then the other one, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around this. So the next thing you're going to want to do, take your brooches, do the same thing. So that looks nice. And again, I'm holding everything at the bottom to keep it. And what you're going to want to have on hand for this is the floral tape afterwards. So have it close by. So then I'm going to put this one here. That looks nice. And the little candy cane there. All right, one more here. And see what I mean about that you don't always see kind of the wire, and then it can be hidden, you know, in these. So that is what it looks like, and I have one more, and it can go here, I think. Actually, you know, I don't know. I kind of just like it without it. Yeah, I kind of like it like that, and And you know what I'm going to do too? I don't like how big this is because it's supposed to be just a bridesmaid one. And I think there's too much extra in here. So what you can do, I'm going to cut some of these with my wire cutters. And you won't see this in the end. But you do kind of want to pay attention to the size of the bride, you don't want the bridesmaid to be the same size. So, I mean, you can, but I think aesthetically it looks kind of better them being different sizes. Okay. And the whole point of making sure that they stand up on their own is so that you can arrange it easier. Let's see. I don't want it to look completely uniform. So I'm liking that so far. Okay. You know, I'm actually going to take off one or two more. And this is kind of the fun part, to tell you the truth, is just the design aspect of it. And if you pick these up, make sure you use a coupon. You'll keep on. All right. And can be a difficult adjusting as like things change, you know. I don't know, I'm not loving this little one. I think I'm gonna go find a different one. No, I think I need the little little one for there. All right, let's see. And it can be definitely very tricky to hold this all without kind of dropping everything else, you know? But you don't want to do anything until you've gotten everything kind of where you want it. Like, all right. So you get the floral tape. Don't let go, and you start wrapping tight around here. And don't let go. Believe it or not, this will keep everything together. And you don't want to go all the way down yet. We're going to clip those with the wire clippers. And you will go through like 2 rolls of this. And these, if you have anything sticking out there, just clip it. So I think I'm going to try to do it here, because with these faux hydrangeas, it's so much easier to do it where there's like already a kink, because it's already kind of like a soft spot in the middle. Got it. And then do you want to cut all of these off too? They don't all have to be like perfectly the right size. Oh no. So if you do something like that, you can fix it, don't worry. It's when you really have taped it a lot and we've super glued it. Well, not super glue, but hot glued it together. I hate these strings, do not want to. So this should be good. All right. And this one is not huge, so you won't need any support underneath. I'm not sure if I will for my aunts or not. For the bride, I might actually not need the support. Hopefully I have one upstairs to show you guys what I mean by that. What I usually do too here, oh, that dog is barking again. I can't get up. Is do that, wind it under a couple times. Kind of like that. This stuff sticks onto itself, so remember that you're not gonna do anything you can't fix here either. Alright, I gotta say, I'm gonna be really relieved when this is finished. So what I do is just start floral taping this leaf onto here. My door really likes to open and close on its own. It happens all the time. Okay. So, see? I love the way it looks with the leaves. So we're going to do this one here, here, and then one over here. So that's what it looks like so far. And add one more here. So see, I like the way it looks. As with everything, if you don't, just don't do it.
Try to make sure you're not bending them over, because it doesn't look as nice in the end. We're going to go over all this with ribbon now. I've been kind of stressed about doing this, because the wedding's 2 weeks away, so I don't really have a lot of time. But at least everybody else is.
And again, see what it looks like underneath with that. I just like it because it hides all the wires and everything. And I just think it adds something. Okay. Okay, so that looks good. Let's see, it moved again. So, looks like that. Doing tutorial videos is harder than I expected it to be, to get like the angles and things right. So what you're gonna do first is cut a little piece off. I'm gonna do what I said with the ends, and you know, burn them, because it gets a big pain in the butt if you have all those little thingies coming off of here. So cut a little piece first, because we're going to do that on the bottom like this, and then we'll end up wrapping everything else around this, but this is the easiest way to do that. All right, I'm just putting a dab of hot glue there, and I am going to attach it to the top, like so. Let it cool for a bit. Let's see, I can probably do that. Door opened itself on its own. So now we hear dogs barking again. So what we're gonna want to do next, so we want this to look nice. We will fold it and put the hot glue in it so that you don't see the ends. It's all about attention to detail that nobody else will see. But you'll know. You'll know. So just like that. And then we're going to start gluing. You can put some glue here, and then we'll wrap it around. I can't remember if I started up or down before. So as we wrap it, we're going to want to, you know, pull this one that we already did down and hot glue that. And we'll want to hot glue as we go down. So you're laying the foundation here. And just twirling it around. As we twirl it, we're going to hot glue it, because otherwise it won't be stable. And you're going to want to make sure you keep the tension as well. Like a Ben Stiller movie. Hot glue every couple times when you need it. Don't drop your hot glue gun on the floor or on your lap, because no bueno, that will not be good. Okay. So what I normally do is I'm going to cut this here, and then I will wrap one around as well. So I'm going to cut it like so, kind of like parallel. It'll just glue better that way. So, like so. We are going to want to do one around. So, just cut like there. And cut it. Do the same thing where you're, hot gluing the edges. Excuse me. But not your hands. Do not say I didn't warn you. I mean, you can wear the heat gloves too if you want. I do have some of those. I probably should. I'm going to cut this smaller. Because you only need it to go around once. And I am also going to fire. But you don't need both of them to be nice, because this is the one you're going to start it with. So glue, glue, glue. And it doesn't matter kind of where you start. And we'll wrap it around. Oh, I'm going to get here too. And glue. Glue, glue, glue. So, just kind of like that. You can do trim if you want to do trim too, like around the top. I am just going to leave it like this though, I think. But yeah, they have the blingy things that you can do up at the top. You can put crystals down here. I've done that before too. But I just kind of like this one, the way that it is. What this one looks like. Finished. And the back. So I loved this one way better, even though, some of these are, you can take that out. I think it looks a lot more finished than without it. So, and again, how I said, you know, you can hide the wires. You don't even see it on these ones, you know. So we have one done, 2 boutonnieres, one more to go. So I think it looks nice. I hope my aunt and her bridesmaid will love it. And I hope you guys got some good ideas here. Like I said, you don't have to do it exactly the way that I did it. You know, there's lots of different ways to wrap it. If you wanted a thicker stem, keep going with the floral tape. Do it while watching a long movie because it's going to take you a little while. But I think this will be good. So, all right. Next one will be the bride.